Vitragi, Hitopadeshi, and Sarvagna.
So like these are the three qualities of a Sacha Dev. Now, translate Vitragi, Sarvagna, and Hitopadeshi.
Vitragi, Sarvagna, and Hitopadeshi. Vitragi means has no likes and dislikes. Hitopadeshi means a knower of all.
Yes.
Sarvagna
Sarvagna
means
Sarva plus Gna equals to Sarvagna.
Sarvagna means
Sorry, what did you say for Hitopadeshi? Your voice was it was breaking. What did you say for Hitopadeshi?
knower of all.
No. Sarvagna is knower of all. And what is Hitopadeshi?
Hitopadeshi is
Hit plus Upadesh.
preachings of benefit.
Exactly, preaching of benefit. So what benefits us? To buy a car, to buy a house, to come first in exams. That benefits us, isn't it?
Yeah.
That benefits us. Okay, so what else do you think benefits us completely? If this benefits us, what else do you think benefits us?
Knowledge?
Yeah, but soul experience. If we experience the soul, can we get infinite happiness?
Yes.
But if we buy a car or a house, can we get infinite happiness?
No.
Then what benefits us more? To buy a car and a house, or to experience the soul?
To experience the soul.
To experience the soul. Very good. To experience the soul will give us what quantity of happiness?
What quantity of happiness is
To
experience your soul?
Yeah, so it will give us what quantity of happiness to experience the soul?
It will give us infinite happiness.
So if you buy a car and a house, you will also get infinite happiness. Isn't it true?
Yes.
Are you sure? If you
No.
so
No,
like
no, no, no.
So like what happens when your car gets an accident and it's a beautiful Mercedes and then it gets an accident and then you can't use it. And then what happens? Are you still happy?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So like buying a car gives us infinite happiness, isn't it?
No.
Then what gives us infinite happiness?
Experiencing our soul.
To experience the soul gives you infinite happiness.
Yes.
So okay, Ashi, name the three attributes or like the three traits of like a Sacha Dev, of a real God. Ashish.
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 Taisha, it's Ashish uncle. Okay, fine.
Ashish. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
So she was telling
Fine.
me.
I heard. Atish. Yeah. Actually, even you also I get confused. Atish, Ashish, and Ashit. Also, I get confused. Okay. Ashish. Yes.
No, Hitopadeshi, Sarvagna, and Vitragi.
And Vitragi. Okay. So now translate.
Vitragi is someone with no likes or dislikes.
Is?
Dislikes. No likes or dislikes.
Yes. But what is that?
No rag and no dvesh.
But you're saying the translation for what? No likes, no dislikes.
For Vitragi.
Correct. Next.
Hitopadesh, Sarvagna is someone who has total knowledge.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hitopadesh.
Hitopadesh is someone who will make us understand about total knowledge or infinite happiness.
Heath plus Upadesh. So one who gives us preachings which are of benefit to us. Heath means benefit and Upadesh means preachings. So one who will preach to us which is of benefit to us. So what is of benefit to us? To experience the soul, because everything else is temporary. Buying a house, car, clothes, health, wealth, everything is temporary. But this is permanent because it potano gun chhe. I like potano gun chhe, and so it is, and so it will always be permanent. Now, like one more question. What is a representation of Om? Who remembers? What is a representation of Om? Taisha, we did it at the temple on Sunday. What is a representation of Om?
Arihant.
The Arihant said,
Ubire. Neelamanti was talking. Ha, bol. Yeah, sorry, bolo Neelamanti.
Arihant Siddh Acharya Upadhyay ne sadhu.
Taisha, is she correct? Yes, okay. So now say that Om is representing. Bol. Say the whole sentence.
Om is representing Arihant said Acharya Upadhyay and Sarva Sadhu.
So what is this called? What is this called? This is called Panch Parmeshti. Say Panch Parmeshti. Om is representing Atul. Om is representing Panch Parmeshti. Okay.
Om is representing the Panch Parmeshti.
Correct. Very good. Om is representing Arihant, Siddh, Upadhyay. Arihant, Siddh, Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu. So it is AAA. A means Ashariri. The first one is Ashariri. Who is Ashariri? Taisha, who is Asha? Who is one without a body?
Siddh Bhagwan.
Siddh Bhagwan is one without a body. So that's why the first one is Ashariri, Beena aunty. Next is Arihant. Arihant has a body, isn't it, Taisha?
Yes.
Arihant has a body. Acharya. Next is the one who writes books, who writes Shastra. He's called Acharya. Next is Upadhyay and Ma. Ma is for Muni or Sadhu. So it's AAAUM. Ashish. AAAUM equals to Om. So when we say the word Om, we are actually remembering the Panch Parmeshti. So that's why we say Namo. Namo means that we bow down. And Om. So first we start with Om Namo Arihantanam. So Om is representing the Panch Parmeshti. Ashariri, which means Siddha Bhagwan, Arihant, Acharya, Upadhyay, and Sadhu. Where does Siddha Bhagwan live? Ashish, where does Siddha Bhagwan live?
Siddhshila.
Taisha, is that correct?
Yes.
Why does he live in Siddhshila? And where does Arihant Bhagwan live? Yeah, Taisha.
He lives in Siddhshila because it's his house.
Yeah, that is his house. Yeah. And like where does Arihant Bhagwan live?
In Moksha.
So Beena aunty, Siddha Bhagwan does not have moksha.
Yes.
He has moksha. So both have moksha. Is that what you're saying? Arihant and Siddha Bhagwan. Beena aunty.
Yes.
Arihant and Siddha Bhagwan. So what is the difference? What is the difference between Arihant and Siddh? Atish. Yeah. Atish, no. So yeah, Atish will speak, not Taisha. What is the difference between Arihant and Siddh?
One is with body, one is without.
Correct. One is with body, one is without body. Now look at it from a Gunastan angle. In what Gunastan are both? Speak. Who can think? Yes, Taisha, I can hear. Yeah, Neelamanti, speak.
One is more.
Wait,
Neelamanti.
Ha, bolo Neelamanti.
Chaud Gunistan.
Taisha, is the answer correct? Is it 14th Gunistan?
Yes.
Wrong. You have
No, I mean,
forgotten what we
no.
did.
No.
Then what Gunistan?
One is 13th Gunastan, one is 14th Gunastan.
Wrong.
One is 13th Gunastan, one has no Gunastan.
So who has 13th and who has no Gunastan?
13th is Arihant, no Gunastan is Siddh Bhagwan.
Yes. Arihant Bhagwan is in 13th Gunastan. And Siddha Bhagwan has got no Gunastan. So this is very important to understand. So that means, yeah, that Arihant Bhagwan, so yes, so both have got moksha. Both have got moksha. So what is the difference? One has a body, one does not have a body. One is in 13th Gunastan, one is in no Gunastan. Yeah, one and then what is the difference in their moksha? Ashish, think. What is the difference in their moksha?
Okay, of course, one has a body, one has no body.
Yeah.
And, okay, 13 Gunastan. I'm not sure, but Aryan Bhagwan, sometimes for that little samay, did they get some thought, like something?
No, not at all, not at all. Okay, so Punam, Arihant Bhagwan has a body, Siddha Bhagwan does not have a body, but both are Bhagwan. Both have attained moksha. What is the difference in their moksha? Now, you have not learned this, so you might not know, but the answer is that Nilamanti, Arihant Bhagwan has got Dravya moksha. And Siddha Bhagwan, no, sorry, Arihant Bhagwan has got Bhav moksha, and Siddha Bhagwan has got Dravya moksha. Meaning that even in his space where now Siddha Bhagwan is, that is even called moksha. And અહીંયા હજી શરીર છે, હજી બધું સંસારમાં છે જી. Although Arihant Bhagwan himself is not in sansar. So he does not have any thoughts. Taisha, he does not have any thoughts. Arihant Bhagwan and Siddha Bhagwan have got no thoughts. They are, write this word down, they are in a state of nirvikalp. They are in a state of nirvikalp. They are in a state of nirvikalp, and they do not have any thoughts. They do not have any thoughts.
Both of them.
Both of them. Now answer why, Ashish, because you said that Arihant has got thoughts. Why is it that Arihant Bhagwan does not have any thought? Let me give you the spelling of Nirvikalp, one sec. Nirvikalp.
Mama, Auntie wants my lighting.
A state of no thoughts. Nirvikalp is a state of no thoughts. And this Nirvikalp state has been achieved by both Arihant and Siddha Bhagwan.
Arihant Bhagwan નો દ્રવ્ય મોક્ષ છે કે સિદ્ધ ભગવાન?
Arihant Bhagwan નું ભાવ મોક્ષ છે અને સિદ્ધ ભગવાન નું દ્રવ્ય મોક્ષ છે. એટલે સિદ્ધ ભગવાન ને બે છે, ભાવ મોક્ષ and દ્રવ્ય મોક્ષ. We are talking in perspective કે અરિહંત ભગવાન હજી સંસારમાં છે. Meaning, although he is not attached, although he has got no thoughts, still he is still here. He is still here because the body is still here. એટલે એને અંદરથી ભાવ મોક્ષ તો થઈ ગયું છે. પછી when he leaves the body, when he goes up, that's when he will get both bhav moksha and dravya moksha. And this we are saying for our convenience sake. Because obviously Arihant Bhagwan ne bhi bhav moksha, dravya moksha thai gyu che. We are talking from the perspective of him being in sansar. We are actually talking from that perspective only. Because obviously he has got no attachment towards us. He's a vitragi dev. એને તો કઈ નથી આપણી સાથે. But we are just talking from the sansar perspective કે હજી શરીર છે એનું. So he is still here on this mundane life. Then once he sheds his body, Taisha, does he shed his body or does he die?
Sheds.
So Poonam, why does he shed his body? Why isn't that Arihant Bhagwan dies and becomes Siddha Bhagwan?
Because he is not the body, he is the soul, and therefore his soul transcends to Siddhshila, and he is just.
Yeah, correct. Now, if we use the word dies for Arihant Bhagwan, that means he will get another body. Atul, that means he will get another body. Does Arihant Bhagwan get another body, Atul? Arihant Bhagwan does not get another body. Taisha. Ashish. Arihant Bhagwan does not get another body. Arihant Bhagwan sheds his last body. Arihant Bhagwan sheds his last body and he goes upward direction and he becomes Siddha Bhagwan. Now, listen to this. Now, a new point is coming. For Jeev like us, we can go in this direction. So basically, we can go horizontal and down, but we can't go in a vertical direction. When we shed this body, because in everybody's house, everybody has experienced like the death of like a loved one. So what actually happens? What happens? In literally, Poonam, literally in a split of a second between 1 and 4 samai is, you can say, like 0.00001 second. This is, I don't know the exact number, but approximately 0.00001 second. In that 0.001 second, that Jeev gets another body. Now, how does that Jeev moves? He can move in a in like a horizontal, vertical direction, either up or down. If he's going to go to Swarg, he obviously Uparni direction he will go. If he's going to go to Narak, he's going to go in the downward direction. But he cannot go diagonal. So why are we talking about this? Because there's so many misconceptions about what happens after death. Does the body stay in the house for, it's like, does the soul stay in the house for 13 days? What actually happens? Literally in a split of a second, he has got a new body, and this is how he travels. This is how Jeev travels. Yeah. Just 1 second. Yeah. So basically this is how Jeev travels. He will go in a horizontal direction and vertical direction, or in a vertical direction then horizontal direction. So this is how scientific, or this is the clarity which has been given in our Shastras. He's not roaming around in our house. He's not roaming around like a lost soul. Or he's not roaming around like, trying to find peace. And immediately, he has got a new body. That is why we say that Arihant Bhagwan does not die, he sheds his body, because that is his last body. What actually happens, the body becomes, because obviously the body is matter particle, so the ash just falls, or like this whole body, which is of like matter particles, just crumples and it becomes like a heap of like sand. And the body and like the soul moves upwards. Now, when you attain Siddha, it's like Siddha Bhagwan, there is no movement like vertical, horizontal. For obvious reasons, you're going to go to the highest point in the universe called Siddhashila, and that is where the soul resides for infinite time now. For infinite time, experiencing infinite happiness, experiencing infinite bliss, experiencing infinite happiness, infinite of everything, of all infinite gun, because now all the paryay are in full bloom, both in Arihant state and in Siddha state. The only difference between Arihant and Siddha is that the Arihant body stays down. Siddha Bhagwan is the one without the body, and the soul moves upward. And what happens to people like us who have not yet attained Siddha Bhagwan? Because first we have to become Muniraj, then we have to become Arihant, then we have to become Siddh. It is not by sitting in the house we will attain moksha. We are not going to attain moksha by sitting in the house or by meditating a lot and saying, oh, it's okay because anyway I'm not a body. What is the difference if I wear clothes, if I don't wear clothes? Hu to Bhagwan Atma chu. That's not how the process works. The process is of the sort that if you want to do something, there are actually steps for it. And these steps are that one has to first become a Muniraj, Samyagrashti Muniraj. He has to go to 6th and 7th Gunastan. Then he has to go to 13th Gunastan, become Arihant Bhagwan. Now, alongside even we are learning Gunastan. So, Jeev attains Samyak Darshan, he goes to 4th Gunastan. From 1st Gunastan, he goes to 4th Gunastan when he attains Samyak Darshan. Yeah, and then from 4th Gunastan, he goes to 6th Gunastan when he becomes Muniraj. Now, Muniraj is always like a seesaw, have you see it? Like at times he's in 6th Gunastan, sometimes he's in 7th Gunastan, Muniraj. Then from there, obviously 8, 9, 10, 11, sorry, not 11, 11 is where you drop, 8, 9, 10, and then you jump to 12 and 13. So 13th Gunastan is of Arihant state. 13th Gunastan is Arihant state. Then when you become Siddha Bhagwan, there is no Gunastan remaining. There is no Gunastan. Gunastan are spiritual steps. How far you are in your full bloom of all your infinite pariyai, or how full bloom of infinite pariyai, meaning when that happens, that is called moksha. So until there isn't full bloom of your infinite pariyais, you can't attain moksha. So these are steps. Now in the current education system in year 6, you're supposed to give an entrance exam to go to your high school. So it is the same thing that when you're in your 6th Gunastan, you are a Muniraj, and then you can't jump or you can't go from year 1 to year 13 in our current education system. Year 13 is A levels, the last level of the, I mean, or like rather the second year of A levels. You can't jump from like year 1 to year 13. In the same way, we can't jump from being from Mithya Drashti and straight away we become Arihant. Why this is stated today? Because this is actually in some of the Shastras, they've actually written that one can attain moksha like this. And these Shastras are wrong. So that's why it is clarified. It is actually clarified because we can't jump like that. Even in our education system, we can't do that. We can't jump from being in year 1 and directly go and sit for A-level exams. We can't do that. You have to pass this exam of 6th, 7th, like meaning this entrance exam, what they have in school today. I think it's called key stage or something like that. That you have to pass this year 6 exam. Then you go into high school or like whatever it is. So in the same way, the 6th Gunastan, you have to become Muniraj. You have to become Muniraj. Then you go to 7th Gunastan, 8th, 9, 10. Then from 10, you jump to 12, and from or like some go to 11. Even like that is there. But one who attains Kevar Gnan, he will go to 12th Gunastan. So write this even down. Kevar Gnan, completion of your Gnan Guni Pariyai is called Kevar Gnan. That happens in 12th Gunastan. That happens in 12th Gunastan. Yeah, Poonam, we'll just take your question. And completion of Charitra Guni Pariyai, because we have been talking a lot about Charitra Guni Vibhav Pariyai. So today we will talk about Swabhav Pariyai. So Charitra Guni Swabhav Pariyai, it is in 13th Gunastan, Jano full Charitra Thegi, which is like immediately after Kevar Gnan, that immediately happens. Charitra Guni Pariyai. And a Samyak Darshan ni full Pariyai can happen. I'm using the word can happen in fourth Gunistan because Emma, there are three aspects if you see it from the karma angle, and if you don't see it from the karma angle, then Shraddha Guni Paryay, Samyak Darshan, the completion is in fourth Gunistan. Completion of Darshan Guni Paryay is in fourth Gunistan. Completion of Darshan Guni Paryay is in fourth Gunistan. Completion of Gnan Guni Paryay is in 12th Gunistan. And completion of Charitra Guni Paryay is in 13th Gunistan. So just see if you have got this.
But you said something about angle in fourth Gunistan.
Yeah, that it is from the karma angle. So let's leave it from now. Like for now, if you look at it from the karma angle, then there is a upsham, shayopsham, and shaik, samyak darshan. And if you look at it from the karma angle, but leave that for now, just get the basic first. Just get the basic first in your mind. Then slowly you like later on you can build on it, because those three are from the karma angle, bringing karma in between. Okay, yep, yeah. Poonam, like what was your question?
Okay, let me ask about the Gunistan first, since we were on it. When you say that it's the completion of a particular Guni Paryay, does that mean it's because you were saying that Paryay continues to happen even afterwards? It's just Swabhav Paryay is happening, right?
Correct.
So does this mean ke Vibhav Paryay is
Stops.
ni completion થઈ જાય?
So meaning Vibhav Paryay no longer will happen.
No longer will.
When we say the completion, meaning like if when we say the so there is no incompleteness in it. Now there's no incompleteness in it, Atul. What are we trying to say? That apru gnan, as we ascend in the Gunistan hierarchy or steps, apru gnan naturally will increase. Naturally, it will start to increase, and completion happens in 12th Gunistan.
Yeah.
And like Shraddha માં છે ને એવું નથી કે 5% થાય, પછી Shraddha 10% થાય, પછી Shraddha 15% થાય, પછી 30%, 40, 50 એમ નથી Shraddhaમાં. Shraddhaમાં શું છે, either 0 or 100. It is either મને શ્રદ્ધા છે કે હું આત્મા છું, કે મને શ્રદ્ધા નથી કે હું આત્મા નથી. એમાં there is no 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. એમાં એવી રીતે નથી. એટલે fourth ગુણસ્થાનમાં although samyak darshan, samyak gyan, samyak charitra begins, samyak gyan and also samyak charitra begins in the fourth Gunistan, and completion is happening in 12th and in 13th Gunistan respectively. But Darshan Gurniji Paryay che, completion just happens in 4th Gunistan. Completion happens in 4th Gunistan because Emma evi rite che that Emma it's either yes or no. Either hu atma chu ke atma nathi. The belief ke hu atma chu ke hu atma nathi. That is just yes or no. Am I nathi? Maybe a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Am I evi rite nathi? Am I it is either yes or no, Atul? Is that clear, Atul? In case if something is not clear, Atul, you can ask. Yeah.
Vibhav Paryay ક્યારે બંધ થઈ જાય? After 4th.
So Shraddha Gun, yeah, good question. Shraddha Gun meaning darshan, samyak darshan. Completion happens in 4th Gunistan. In 4th Gunistan pachi there is no Vibhav Pari.
Okay.
Of darshan.
બધી ઓલી સ્વભાવ.
પછી બધી સ્વભાવ પર્યાય છે. પછી બધી સ્વભાવ પર્યાય છે. સ્વભાવનું શું છે meaning? Swa plus bhav, the nature of the soul or the feeling of the soul. That is called swabhav. What is V plus bhav equals to vibhav? The unnatural feeling of the soul. So unnatural feeling thoduk thai. That is not its nature. Enu nature is completion. Completion શું છે જ્ઞાનમાં કે 100% જ્ઞાન એટલે કેવળ જ્ઞાન. કેવળ જ્ઞાન, that is its nature. કેવળ જ્ઞાન. Yeah, ચારિત્રમાં ચારિત્રની સ્વભાવ જો હવે વિભાવ પર્યાય of ચારિત્ર we have taken is ચાર કષાય એટલે મૌન ક્રોધ માન માયા લોભ. ક્રોધ માન માયા લોભ એ ચાર કષાય છે. પછી રાગ and દ્વેષ. Rag means likes, dvesh means dislikes. Pachi, we have taken all the good feelings like compassion, then we have taken love, we have taken devotion, even Bhagwani puja karvi. Bhagwan like e badu bhi vibhav ma jai che. Pachi like biju avse like vrat karva, upavas karvu. A badu ema જ jase. Pachi punam to the extent Ashish ke muni diksha levi એ બી ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યાય છે. ભલે મુનિ દીક્ષા લીધી પણ એ બી ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યાય, because that is externally I'm removing my clothes. Externally મુનિરાજના 28 એવા મૂળ ગુણ, એટલે એને મૂળ ગુણનો loose translation, not exact translation, loose translation will be 28 શું કહેવાય એને ways of conduct or ways of behavior or kriya, every 28 activities he will do. And he apne bar ma evi like dekhase ke amni kare aa karse ani kare evi 28 છે કે like મુનિરાજ એવી રીતે કરે છે. So that activity that he's doing in externally Atul, that even goes in Charitra Gunni Vibhav Parya. In short, Atul, what we are trying to say, without confusing you, what we are trying to say, all good, all bad, all good and all bad thoughts, all go in Charitra Gunni Vibhav Parya.
Okay, all good. I was going to say all good conduct goes into Charitra.
Okay, fine. All fine. All good conduct. Okay.
So yeah, because you say 3 examples of Charitra Gunni Vibhav.
All good conduct and all bad conduct. Yeah, all good conduct, all bad conduct go in Charitra Gunni Vibhav Parya. What is in Swabhav Parya? Pureness. You must understand the difference between good, bad and pure. Because the concept, even without anybody teaching us, the concept we have in our mind, by doing good, we attain moksha. By doing bhakti, by doing puja, by doing upavas, nobody has to teach us this. But this is somehow that there is some inbuilt in the large percentage of the human population. We are not talking about Jains. We are just talking about human population in general. Have this something in us that if we do good, we will attain God. But that theory is false. Like Christians, 10 commandments that if you do this, you can attain moksha. Like moksha, obviously they don't use that word, but you can attain God, or like God keeps you with him, or like, whatever wording they're using. Wording like does not matter, but what they're trying to say is by doing good, you attain moksha. So that statement is wrong. That statement is completely 100% wrong. By doing upavas, vrat, kanki iche, Shwetambarma, it is like very much there. By doing like vrat, upavas, all that, this is all doing good activities. This is all doing good activities, and they are good activities. And you do get good punya for it. You actually build a lot of good deeds. And by that good deeds, આપણે આવા બધા ઘરમાં આપણે બધા ક્લાસમાં બેઠા છે, એવા બધા ઘરમાં આપણે બધા જન્મ મળ્યો છે. આપણે બધાએ જ કર્યા છે. કોઈ બીજાની વાત નથી થતી. આપણે જ કર્યા છે. એટલે જ આપણને સારા ઘરમાં જન્મ મળ્યો છે આપણને. આપણે જ કર્યું છે. But એનાથી મોક્ષ નથી થતો. We are not negating its goodness. We are actually appreciating its goodness. કે આ બધું સારું છે કરવું, સ્વાધ્યાય કરવું, વ્રત, ઉપવાસ, પૂજા, આ બધું સારું છે. પણ સારા કરવાથી મોક્ષ નથી થતું. આત્મા અનુભૂતિ કરવાથી મોક્ષ થાય છે. આત્મા અનુભૂતિમાં લીનતા, લીનતા meaning ચારિત્ર, Leanta meaning you stay upariya. Ashish was asking last week, or was it? No, Atish was asking last week. Last week. કે સ્વભાવ પર્યાય શું છે? કે સ્વભાવ પર્યાય like આવી રીતે છે કે by doing good you are still in the ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યાય. You are still in the charitra guni vibhav parya, and we are not negating the good. We are appreciating it, but we are not equating it to one attaining moksha. That is the only difference. But we are appreciating it. કોઈએ ઉપવાસ કર્યા અને ઉપવાસ સાચી રીતે. ઉપવાસ હવે because હવે પર્યુષણ આવશે. ઉપવાસનો meaning શું છે? ઉપ plus vas. Up means atma, like vas meaning atma ma રહેવું. એનું નામ ઉપવાસ છે. અને ઉપવાસ કરતા કરતા meaning by like trying to stay as a soul, બહારમાં એમ દેખાય છે કે આપણે કંઈ ખાવાનું નથી લેતા. And what do people understand? Fasting equals to upavas. Atul, are you understanding the misconception?
Yeah, I mean that I get, but I think I'm still confused. Swabhav, self-filling, that all the natural filling of a particular substance. Because how do you attain that? Huh?
No, who am I? Who? First ask that question to jo hu sharir chu, then it is something else. Jo hu, am I rag and dvesh? Am I actually charitra guni vibhav paryay? Because rag and dvesh, am I that? No, I am not that. Then who am I? Hu to atma chu. Hu atma chu, to maro swabhav su che to just be as a soul. What is the nature of a lemon? To be sour forever. To be sour forever. What is the nature of sugar, Atul? The nature of sugar is to be sweet forever. Forever, forever. We are emphasizing on that, but it has got nothing to do with ancient times and modern times. It has got nothing to do with that. Eno swabhav su che? Khand no swabhav su che? Shakkar, like shakkar no swabhav su che? Mithash. Mithash eno swabhav che eno. લીંબુ નો સ્વભાવ શું છે બિનાંતી? ખટાશ. કોઈ દિવસ આપણને મોડર્ન ટાઈમ્સમાં એવો લાઈક લીંબુ કે જે મીઠો હશે, લાઈક એનો રસ મીઠો હશે. આપણને કોઈ દિવસ એવો લીંબુ કોઈ દિવસ નહીં મળે. પછી it because we in like certain things we want to bring in modern times કે હવે તો મુનિરાજ વસ્ત્ર પહેરે ને, હવે તો times are changing, હવે તો મુનિરાજ કપડા પહેરવા માંડે ને. પણ એમ નથી. એ મુનિરાજનું સ્વરૂપ નથી externally. મુનિરાજનું સ્વરૂપ નગ્ન જ છે. He is supposed to be naked. એનું સ્વરૂપ છે એનું. It has got nothing to do with modern times. કે હવે તો પહેરે ને, હવે તો I mean we have to accept that. But that is like saying that the lemon will become sweet one day. That is like saying neem, which is like most of you will know what is neem. Kadvo limro. Kadvo limro will actually become sweet one day. And we're saying that mango will actually become bitter one day. That is impossible. The nature of mango is to be sweet. And the nature of kadvo limro is actually to be bitter. Ye no swabhav che. Are you understanding swabhav, Atish? Swabhav means it is going to be with it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Now, Punam, is rag and dvesha or swabhav? Now answer technically. Answer technically.
It is not our swabhav. It happens as vibhav paryay because it is not the nature of the soul.
Why isn't it the nature of the soul? That we accept. Ashish. Think. I just gave you one sentence about a minute ago. Think, Ashish. Why isn't it?
Is to have infinite happiness.
No. No, Binanti. Why isn't Rag and Dvesh the swabhav of the soul?
Because the soul is a pure entity. It doesn't have any rag or dvesh. There are no thoughts of rag or dvesh.
We have Rag and Dvesh. થાય છે તો ખરી આપણને. તમને ને મને રાગ ને દ્વેષ થાય છે તો ખરી, છે તો ખરી. ચારિત્ર ગુણની પર્યાયમાં છે તો ખરી રાગ ને દ્વેષ. We have it. Why isn't it? Why is it vibhav? Why isn't it swabhav? That is the question. Atul.
Why is what? Rag and Dvesh, vibhav. Yeah, okay, you have said it before. Your likes and dislikes become charitra grunni vibhavs paryay because it's happening by itself. So one minute you're this, 1 minute you're okay.
It keeps on changing.
Yeah. Atul is on the right. Sorry, not Atul. Atish is on the right track. It keeps on changing. And add more to that now. Build on that now.
It will not stay infinite, yeah. Like Swabhav Paryay will be there, as you said in the letter.
Correct.
Khatash will be there forever and ever. My like for anything will change today. In fact, in the morning I might like Keri, and come evening I will be so full that I will not like it at all.
Very good.
So it's the Vibhav Paryay of my soul, the conduct of my soul, or Mari Vibhav Paryay, the unnatural feeling that it keeps on changing, likes, dislikes, growth, all the kashais really.
ક્રોધ માનમાં પૂજામાં તમને કહેશે 1 કલાક બેસો ગમશે, પછી તમને કહેશે 4 કલાક પૂજામાં બેસો, 5 કલાક બેસો ની ગમે. આપણને બધાને દ્વેષ આવશે. હવે તમારે ઊભું થવાનું છે, હવે તમારે બાથરૂમ જાવ છે, હવે તમારે ભૂખ લાગી છે ને. Because it is a likes and a dislikes, you know. Basically rag and dvesh, why are they vibhav punam, Ashish? Because it keeps on changing. Point number 1. Point number 2, it is not permanent. Not all jeev have got rag and dvesh. Like Arihant and Siddha Bhagwan do not have rag and dvesh. But what do all jeev have, be it in Nigod or Arihant or Siddha Bhagwan? All jeev have got Gnan. What is actually our swabhav? Something that stays with us forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Punam, does Krodh stay with us forever? No. Ashish, does Lobh Kashai stay with us forever? It can't. Beena auntie, does, like, for example, having devotion for Bhagwan stay with us forever? It doesn't. Because half an hour આપણે ભગવાનની પૂજા કરશું કે 1 કલાક કરશું કે ચાલો 4 કલાક વિધાનમાં બેસશું આપણે શાંતિથી. પણ કોઈ આપણને એમ કહેશે કે આ વિધાન extended to 10 hours, we will not be able to sit. ત્યાં આપણને immediately from rag it will change into dvesh. The minute, you know, we are asked to do something, you know, for maybe if like the time frame has been increased. So as you can see, rag dvesh, it is always changing. But swabhav punam is with us forever and ever and ever and ever. Like a lemon will forever be sour, and sugar will forever be sweet. In the same way, Atul, Atma forever will have Gnan. Anand. E eno swabhav che. Have you understood, Atul? Now ask your question.
No, I think I've understood now. Yeah, makes sense.
Atish, you have not sorted out your screen. There are multiple screens coming on.
Imagine likes and dislikes here.
Yeah, it like keeps on changing. Yeah, exactly. You need to sort out your screen. Okay. And actually what it is that maybe your laptop is overburdened, because the same thing had happened to my laptop. Okay. So anyway,
Komal, sorry, I had a question here as well. I agree with what you're saying, that the likes and the dislikes, they're not a constant, our like or dislike for a particular thing or our anger, there's no constancy to it. But the way all of us exist at the moment, we are constantly having likes and dislikes, isn't it? It's
okay. Yeah, correct. Like she has a point, but it is constantly changing.
yeah,
That is the part you have to add. It is, we are constantly having it, but it is constantly changing.
correct.
See, it is constantly changing.
Mhm.
It is constant, but it is constantly changing.
Yes, and it's like the saying goes, change is the only constant, the paradox that is there.
Change is the only constant for people who don't understand Dravya and Parya. Because the other constant which is constant is the Anant Guna, which are not changing.
Yes.
Anant Guna are not changing. Because every time I hear that sentence, that change, what is the sentence again? That the only
change is the only constant.
Yeah. Like the only change is, sorry. Like, what is the sentence again?
Change is the only constant.
Yeah. Change is the only constant, but that is not a correct understanding of what has been put out there. Because actually, we do have Dravya, which is Anant Gun, which are not changing, which are actually Kutast. They are actually constant. They're actually constant. Now let us do Sadachar. હવે તમને મગજમાં બેસશે આ સદાચાર જે છે ને, બાલબોધ બાલબોધ 2 chapter number 4 is talking about ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યાય, કે આપણી લાઈફમાં બધું સારું સારું શું કરવું જોઈએ. ભગવાનની પૂજા કરવી જોઈએ, પાઠ કરવા જોઈએ, સ્વાધ્યાય કરવી જોઈએ. આ બધું જે જીવ મોક્ષે જવાનો છે ને એના જીવનમાં દેખાશે. And it is important. I'm repeating this. It is important. It is done. However, by doing good deeds, one cannot go to moksha. By experience of the soul and staying within the soul, which is called charitra guni swabhav pariyay, only that way we can attain 13th gunastan, because in 13th gunastan, completion of charitra guni pariyay is there. So this should be very clear. કારણ કે હવે આ બાલબોધમાં 4 માં બધું આવશે કે સદાચાર meaning good conduct. Sadachar actually means good conduct. And good conduct is important for somebody who wants to be on the path of moksha, not to experience the soul. We are not using the words to experience the soul, but who wants to be on the path of moksha, because આ બધું જે activities દેખાશે ને કે ક્લાસમાં બેસે છે, which is good conduct, because we're doing સ્વાધ્યાય over here, કે ગુરુદેવની સ્વાધ્યાયમાં બેસે છે સવારના 1 કલાક, કે પૂજા કરે છે, કે આત્માનું ચિંતન કરે છે. All this is good conduct. But Ashish, good conduct is in the form of thoughts, which is vikalp. Vikalp means thoughts. And nirvikalp is a state of no thoughts. That is when experience happens. Ashish. Experience happens in a state, Atul, don't write, just understand. Just understand first. Experience, Atma Anubhuti, Atul, happens in a state of no thought. 4th ગુણસ્થાનમાં જ્યારે આપણને very split of a second માટે થાય છે આત્માનુભૂતિ, very very short, you can say a few seconds માટે ખાલી આત્માનુભૂતિ થાય છે આપણને, ખાલી like ગુરુદેવ કહીને that એનું like intensity બી એટલી બધી ના હોય, પણ એ જીવને ખબર પડી જાય છે ત્યારે. પણ if જ્યારે બી આત્મા અનુભૂતિ થાય છે, just a second. Sorry, we are actually not anyway. Fine. So, what did I want to say? That જ્યારે આત્મા અનુભૂતિ થાય છે ને, ત્યારે what is actually happening? It is a state of no thought. અતુલ. It is a state of no thought, no thought, no thought. That is actually what happens in fourth Gunistan for just a few seconds. Just a few seconds it happens. And then that charitra, because charitra begins, samyak charitra meaning charitra guni swabhav paryay atul begins in fourth Gunistan. Just for few seconds, he atma ma lean thai jai che, absorb thai jai che. E che charitra guni swabhav paryay. Pachi e jare jeev, when he comes out of it, pachi to ish dekhase, swadhyay karse, tap karse. But obviously he's not going to drink or smoke or eat meat. એવું બધું તો અમે નહીં કરે. એટલે એ પછી ત્યારે after that you be like, what do you see in his ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યે? પછી સ્વાધ્યાય કરે છે, તપ કરે છે, મુનિ દીક્ષા લઈ લે છે, 28 મૂળ ગુણ 28 એક્ટિવિટીઝ જે મુનિરાજ કરે છે એ આપણને બહારમાં દેખાવા મળશે. એટલે એ બધું આપણે ખોટી રીતે ચારિત્ર માની લે છે. એ ચારિત્ર ગુણનું વિભાવ છે એ બધું. અને જ્યારે એ જ મુનિરાજ આત્મામાં ઠરે છે, આત્મામાં એક્સપિરિયન્સ એકદમ થઈ જાય છે, એને ચારિત્ર ગુણની સ્વભાવ પર્યાય કહેવાય છે. અતુલ. થઈ ગયું ક્લિયર? એટલું બધું ડિફિકલ્ટ નથી. ડિફિકલ્ટ શું છે કે એક માઇન્ડમાં ફોર અ વેરી લોંગ ટાઈમ બધાના માઇન્ડમાં એક સમહાવ સેટ થઈ જાય છે કે મુનિ દીક્ષા લેવે એટલે ચારિત્ર, તપ કરવું એટલે ચારિત્ર, ભગવાનની ભક્તિ કરવી એટલે ચારિત્ર, meaning good conduct, good deeds. These are good deeds, but which do not lead to moksha. They will never lead to moksha. કારણ કે બધું વિભાવમાં આવી જાય છે. Understand from a technical level. નીલમ-આંટી. ટેકનિકાલિટી જો સમજમાં આવી જશે ને તો એ લાઈક બેસવા માંડશે, પછી કોઈને આપણને કઈ સમજાવવું નહીં પડે. એ બધું ટેકનિકલી આપણને from દ્રવ્ય ગુણ પર્યાય ટેકનિકલી પર્યાયના બે પાર્ટ્સ હોય છે, વિભાવ અને સ્વભાવ. Then you will start to like put it in its sections. Oh, swadhyay, oh, tap, oh, upvas, vibhav. Atma linta, atma matharvu, bas swabhav. So we have to reach to swabhav. Our aim is to only experience the soul. Our aim is to experience the soul. Now, Atul, how will that happen? By understanding કે હું આત્મા છું ને કેવી રીતે હું એને experience કરું. એટલે આપણે સમજે છે point number 1 કે વ્રત ઉપવાસ કરવાથી કે any other good activity, religious activity, એનાથી આત્મા અનુભૂતિ નહીં થાય. આત્મા અનુભૂતિ થશે. આત્માનુભૂતિ happens by itself. હું for example એમ વિચારતું હોઈશ કે હું તો શુદ્ધ બુદ્ધ આત્મા છું અને without me knowing આત્માનુભૂતિ happens. એ વિચાર તૂટી જશે. Listen to this carefully. Listen to this very carefully. એ જે વિકલ્પ છે ને thought અતુલ, એ તૂટી જશે અને a state of no thought appears. That's where આત્માનુભૂતિ happens. Is it clear, Binamti? Sort of clear, ne? Sort of.
The experience of the soul, you're saying, can just happen automatically. Oh wow. How do I get into that state?
Yeah, actually, how do you get in the state? By samjan, by correct understanding કે આત્મા કેવો છે, કેવો છે આત્મા, કેવી રીતે એનો અનુભવ કરવો, એને આખો છે ને આત્માને ખોલવાનો છે. If an engineer wants to remove like maybe something that is wrong in a car, એ પેલા આખી ગાડીને ખોલશે, પછી બધું જોશે કે ક્યાં ખોટું થાય છે, પછી એ જે ખોટું થતું હશે એને whatever it is, he will remove it. પછી each ગાડીને એક કરી નાખશે, and then when the person is driving, he enjoys the ride. In the same way, like how Todal Merji has written in chapter 3 of Mokshamarg Prakasha, કે પેલા પોતાનું disease છે એ ડોક્ટર પાસે જશે. ડોક્ટર એને કહેશે કે આ તને disease છે તો આવી રીતે તું દવા લે અને દવા લઈશ તો તને બરાબર થઈ જશે. એટલે ડોક્ટરનું માને છે. તો અહીંયા આગળ શું છે કે ગુરુદેવ આપણને કહે છે, કુંદકુંદાચાર્ય કહે છે, આ તને મિથ્યાત્વનું રોંગ બધા બિલીફ્સ છે ને એનું તને ડિઝીઝ એક છે. તો એ બધા રોંગ બિલીફ તારા દૂર કરી નાખ, અને એની લાઈક દવા શું છે? એની લાઈક દવા એમ છે સાચી સમજણ. સાચી સમજણ એની દવા છે. એ જો સાચી સમજણ કરશે ને કે આત્મા કેવો છે, તો આત્માનુભૂતિ થઈ જશે. કરવી નહીં પડે, થઈ જશે. પણ સાચી સમજણ is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to remove all the wrong beliefs we have attached. કે at times એમ લાગે છે કે આત્મા અને શરીર are one. At times એવી રીતે લાગે છે કે like રાગ દ્વેષ હું જ કરું છું. એટલે હું કરું છું meaning એ મારો સ્વભાવ છે એમ. એ મારો સ્વભાવ છે. કે at times એમ લાગે છે ઓ મારે તો મુનિ દીક્ષા like લેવાની છે. પણ એ બધું પ્રોસેસ છે. But the process is not the outcome. The process is just the process. Ashish, the process is just the process. It is not the destination. The destination does come with the process, but the process is not the destination. Is that clear, Ashish? So the destination is Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra, એટલે Ratnatraya. Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra, that is the destination. But the process which comes with it, Sachi Samjan, like Swadhyay, avirite Swadhyay, like class ma besu, like Gurudevni's like CD Sambadvi, that is the process. And without the process, you cannot reach the destination. But the process is not the destination. Binanti. The process is not the destination. However, we are emphasizing that the process is required. Gurudevni Swadhyay karvi, like vrat, upvas, janathinji, thatoi, whatever. I badu, it is the process. Because when you are trying to be within the soul, you are actually clarifying your doubts as well. But Swadhyay is like how this is Swadhyay is Param Tap, the highest of all tap is called Swadhyay. And by doing Swadhyay, you are clarifying your doubts. You are actually clarifying all your doubts. When you clarify your doubts, it's like saying, okay, we have a piece of mirror and our both dhur che, Taisha. And our both dhur che, to apne rub કરે છે until it becomes crystal clear. Then you can see your face in that mirror, Nilamanti. In the same way, અત્યારના મિથ્યાત્વની ધૂળ ભરેલી છે, એટલે આત્મા દેખાતો નથી. પણ જ્યારે ધૂળને રબ ઓફ કરી નાખશું, ત્યારે એ જ આપણને આત્મા like દેખાવા માંડશે, like that mirror. એ જ આપણું face આપણને દેખાવા માંડશે. Yes, Atul.
So on your chapter 4, good conduct માં આપણે જે examples છે એ છોકરાને એકદમ anger, you were proud, greedy, એ બધું કશાય હતું. તો but then it says we should not feel angry, proud or greedy and should not obstinate. So how can you get into that feeling of not getting angry?
So it is okay, fine. Okay, rather than me saying what I want to say, fine. Atul, how do you not get into it? How do you not get into it? By understanding હું તો આત્મા છું. આ તો મારી ચારિત્ર ગુણની વિભાવ પર્યાય છે. પણ મારી સ્વભાવ પર્યાય શું છે? કે હું પોતે આત્મા છું. By that understanding, you do not get into the vibhav.
Okay.
Because vibhav is only there, like vibhav is only there for that split of a second. And then that paryay falls. Then another paryay comes, another paryay comes, another paryay comes, another paryay comes, another paryay comes. So how do you get out of that cycle? How do you get out of that cycle, Taisha? How do you get out of the cycle that somebody is making me angry, somebody is making me sad, somebody is making me annoyed? By remembering કે હું તો આત્મા છું, અનંત ગુણનો પિંડ છું, તે મારો સ્વભાવ છે. તે મારો સ્વભાવ છે. Ashish is looking slightly lost today. Normally he's not. If you want to ask.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but I'm just thinking the paryay that's happening to us, Hamra, it's almost all of it is Vibhav, or it is all Vibhav.
It is all વિભાવ અને આપણે આવા 21 એવા ગુણ છે કે આપણે અત્યારના વિભાવ પર્યાય છે મિથ્યા દર્શન એટલે ફર્સ્ટ ગુણસ્થાનમાં એવા 21 એવા ગુણ છે આપણામાં લાઈક ચારિત્ર ગુણ છે જ્ઞાન ગુણ છે પછી દર્શન ગુણ છે એવા આપણા 21 એવા ગુણ છે કે એમાં બધી વિભાવ થયા કરે છે આપણે નેચરલી એવું છે અને એવી રીતે જ્યારે સાચી સમજણ કરશું કે હું આત્મા છું ત્યાં એ જ વિભાવ will change into swabhav.
That happens in fourth Gunasthan, yeah?
When that happens, it will be called fourth Gunasthan.
Oh,
It will not happen in fourth Gunasthan, but when it happens,
oh.
then it will be called fourth Gunasthan.
પંચમ કાલમાં એવું થઈ શકે.
કેમ ગુરુદેવને તો છે ને સમ્યક દર્શન શ્રીમદ રાજચંદ્રજીને હતું પછી બેન શ્રીબેન શાંતાબેન એમને હતું સમ્યક દર્શન પછી તો કેટલા બધા એવા લાઈક બીજા જીવ છે કે જેને બી થઈ ગયું હતું લાઈક લાલચંદભાઈ જેને માનવું એ માને અને at times people will not accept it, that is personal, like fine, like no problem, પણ એને પણ થઈ ગયું હતું લાઈક સમ્યક દર્શન તો એવા તો કેટલા બધા એવા જીવ હશે ઘણા એ તો I've only named 5. Then there's Nihal Chand Soganiji, Todal Marji, he was in the fourth Gunasthan, Todal Marji. પછી આ બધા લાઈક મોટા મોટા પંડિતો લાઈક બનારસી દાસજી દોલતરામજી જેને 6 ઢાળા લેખી છે પછી આ બનારસી દાસ જેને લાઈક નાટક સમયસાર લખ્યું છે એ બી બધા પંચમારાના જ છે ને કુંદકુંદ આચાર્ય પંચમારાના છે કુંદકુંદ આચાર્ય ક્યાં ચોથા આરાના છે કુંદકુંદ આચાર્ય તો 6ઠે ગુણસ્થાન હતા અમૃતચંદ્ર આચાર્ય જયસેન આચાર્ય બધા આચાર્ય હમણાંના જ છે ને ઓફ લાઈક ધ 5th era તો એ તો એ લોકો બધાને it is we can even ladies can attain up to 5th Gunasthan in this Panchamara and even men can attain up to 7th Gunasthan in this Panchamara. Poonam, you can turn on your